Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's take a look at these tea leaves. All right. I hope you all are doing well. And I will mention, I'm using different tea leaves. Just looking at this, looking at the saucer down there. I am using different tea leaves than I usually do. I usually use the Empire of Kiman, and now the place that I usually get them, they're out. They're ordering them. I'm using English breakfast today, and it's been kind of neat trying different ones. I've been using them the last using other tea mixtures the last week or so. Okay, and I have to grab, okay, Robert Wing. Could not remember the name of the guy that did this tarot deck. Okay, so usually we use the Thoth deck. I thought for this this cycle of readings, Aries through Pisces, I would use the Jungian Tarot. And this is from Robert Wang. And I think he did also the Golden Dawn deck as well. It's pretty, there's some of them I really like. It's not my favorite deck in the whole world, but I am a huge fan of Jung, so I kind of, had to have the deck. And I do like the deck. I like the, especially the major arcana. They're beautiful artwork. So if you haven't checked that out before, this is again the Jungian tarot deck, and it's by Robert Wang. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. And I will mention also, I'm not going, if you do have this deck and you have the little booklet, I'm not going off of their estimations of the cards and, their little descriptions. I'm going off of, how I kind of read them. Mostly it's influenced by Crowley's interpretations. So, anyways, if you happen to have this deck and you read it, it's kind of a very different take on the Ten of Cups. So I looked at it, I said, I don't think so. So anyways, the Ten of Cups, we are looking at so the Nine of Cups is the completion, right? So the Ten of Cups, we have the idea of, in the Thoth deck, to be satiated, satiety. I feel like I can't say that word, but, so to be satiated, right? But there's also, there is this kind of feeling of going past full, okay? Getting to the point where it's a little bit, overindulgent, flowing over, past its peak, right? And so we can look at this card, not so much this interpretation, this vision of it, but we can look at the card generally and think this is something that I would say that this is a card of happiness, a card of finding a place where you have had a taste of kind of things going right. You've done the work, you've put in the effort, you've laid your plans out, you have executed them properly, and now you've had a taste of a success, right? And maybe you should have tempered yourself to some degree, but you have found that maybe a little bit difficult. And so you are really, really indulging in this. But it's not mindless. It's not completely out of control per se. This is a place of, getting towards a little too much, right? But it is still pleasurable. Okay, go on. Thank you. I love you, Pudge, but you need to get on. All right, let's see. Let's get to this cup here. Now, the first thing that I really wanted to look at was, well, really, honestly, this was it. This is the first thing I was looking at, and it looks like, to me, kind of this interesting rising of the moon in a valley, kind of watching it come up over maybe even like a plateau. Okay. And so for me, what really this kind of invokes in my mind is this sense of natural order, perfection. When you are going about your life, your day, doing your things and wrapped up in all of your, tedium and toil, and suddenly you are struck by the awareness of the perfection of everything around you, that every piece of the universe, every piece of nature, the environment, from the micro to the macro, is perfectly aligned. Everything fits into itself. All things are in their right place. There is such beauty, awe, that divine presence is there. It's, split a piece of wood and I am there. This kind of feeling. It doesn't matter where you look. There is no lack of that cosmic beauty, that cosmic consciousness. The only time that it is absent, really, and this is hard to grasp, because of how devastating, cruel, unimaginable some of the things that happen in our world could be. But on a cosmic level, it's, things are like a blip, right? And that I don't, it's hard to kind of understand that in our minds. I mean, it's impossible, really, especially if you have been touched by tragedy, violence, these kinds of things, sickness, pain, chronic pain. It's hard to understand how there could be divinity in all things. But, in a more abstract sense, the universe is perfect in its chaos. But also in when we can focus in on the micro order of things, okay, the perceived order, there's something so awe-inducing, right? And so I think this really kind of, sometimes we go to places to see beautiful things. You take a drive to the Grand Canyon or some beautiful forest, or go to a large city to see the architecture and or beautifully laid gardens. And I mean, so many examples, but often, the beauty is around us. We just need to have eyes to see. And it can be almost kind of dreamy, uncanny at times. It can be very, it can shake you at the core of your being when you are reminded that we kind of walk through life in this, people say kind of in a coma or a sleepy state, like we're dreaming. Well, I take offense to that to some degree, because I think the dream worlds are the most potent, beautiful laboratories that we have, and to compare them to idly going through life or on autopilot, I don't know that I don't know how true that is, right? Kind of just in a stupor a bit, and I don't think that it's anything like dreaming, actively dreaming. And I'm reminded of this quote, this fragment from Muhammad Darwish, and a beautiful poet, a wonderful poet. And it is, dreams will find their dreamers, and all a dreamer has to do is remember, right? So I feel right now, Aries, you're in this very kind of dreams bleeding over into your waking life. But not those dreams that are just, you're not a zombie walking around. You are a poet. You are a painter. You are a grand architect. You are a space person. You are the hero of your own story. You are something fantastical, something so capable, somebody that is clever and genius and funny and beautiful and kind, and all of these wonderful qualities that are so accentuated in those kind of surreal dreamscapes. But it bleeds over into your life, and if you choose to honor the messages that come through in the dreams, the scenarios, the ordeals, if you take something from them and bring it over into that manifested space, in that flesh body thing that we drive around in, you use these beautiful concepts, these pieces of the fabric of many realities, and you bring it over in your pocket, and you bring it out, sometime during your day. You honor these things. You breathe life into them. And they will take action in your life, in your daily waking life. And let's see. We have this beautiful bird. It reminds me of maybe a heron or a stork, it could be, but a beautiful and sublime bird. Just picture sitting out there in the lake, standing on its two long legs, waiting for its fish, the sun on its back, the cool breeze, just living its life with great excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm still working on this. This allergies. I will not admit it's anything but allergies at this point. This beautiful bird lost in its thought, lost in its, hunt, but so patient, so wise. I think that you're really at a point where you've slowed yourself down a bit. I think there's a lot of introspection, a lot of fine control over your reactions, your moods, how you are engaging with others, what you are lending your time, power, energy to. Okay, you're in this beautiful kind of alignment right now. And I can feel it seems very potent. Let's see. Now I'm seeing this, it looks kind of like a witch on a broom, kind of flying along here. And, this to me makes sense. It seems like it almost looks like there's another one right here sitting upright. This one's kind of leaned forward, going fast. It actually kind of looks like a grouping of them almost. And then here's one as well. She's riding her broom backwards, it seems. But we have 1, 2, 3. So let's say we have 3 witches. We have 3 magical practitioners, 3 crones, 3 custodians of wisdom, sacred knowledge, of the ability to bend reality, to commune maybe with plant magic, sympathetic magic, low magic, ceremonial magic. I don't know, maybe all of these things. Okay, but really what this I really believe that this is all about the fact that you have taken care to foster your dreams lately, to really be noticing them, to honor them in small and large ways. And these are the dreams, not just goals, but these are the literal dreams that you are having. Your participation in your interior world. Maybe you call it an astral plane, or everybody has different names for it. Interior mansion, your interior castle. It could be, your temple, whatever it is. I mean, these things have subtle differences, probably, kind of interchangeable to some degree. But whatever it is, wherever these wherever these inspirations are coming from, wherever you are doing this work, actively involved in it, looking at it straight on, bringing it back with you as you wake, okay? And taking heed, really. Not just, oh, that was weird, whatever that meant, not taking it to heart, which is fine. We all do that here and there. But when we really start to notice our dreams, we start to listen to them, we honor them, because they are powerful. And they are of ourselves, but also a lot of times it feels that we're encountering entities or intelligences in situations and in places that feel other than ourselves. I don't know that that's true or not. I think that that's up to debate, depending on who you talk to or what their systems are like, or their understandings of how everything is interconnected or not, or whatever. But regardless of all of that, it's begins to show itself in your waking life when you listen to that other thing, when you begin to take an active role in potentializing all of this time that you have in this dream world. When you, you know, do not squander the lessons that are being learned there. I mean, really, if you do think about it, and this is one of the biggest motivators for me, or had been the beginning, is that we spend so much of our life sleeping. There's so many things happening in that time, consciously, right? It's just a matter of learning how to recall mostly, but then interpret these things. And not just, minimizing them into just some silliness or some, our brain purging all the things that we encountered that day, or working out problems that we can't face or understand yet. And maybe that is part of it for sure. But it's still worthwhile, right? All of that work is still worthwhile. And so when we begin to have a position, a posture of receptiveness and openness to the messaging, I believe that it's like we are opening our mind and heart open to the divine, okay? And I feel that this receptiveness has put you in a position of receiving gifts and support from the universe in your waking life. So I feel that things maybe are going a little smoother for you. Maybe the answers to things that were more difficult before, you just didn't know how to confront them, had no idea how to solve different things. And how do I make more money? How am I going to, figure out this situation with somebody I care about? Whatever it is. It's coming with more ease for you, because you are doing the work in this dream space, and you're bringing it back, and it's alive in your life. It's walking around in your dream, in your waking life with you. And so, I think that's it's a very welcome happening. I think that would be for anybody. And I think that to some degree you're doing magic that you didn't even know that you could do. Or you did, and this is all planned and intentional. And in that case, wonderful. Keep at it. Okay. Okay, so it seems that you either have, I feel like you either have maybe medical or medical test results coming up, or this could be something like an academic, like you've been having your end of year tests, the end of your semester. And pretty soon you're going to be having all of the grading on that come through. And I think that very much in line with this other work that you are doing, I think you're going to have the best possible outcome, because you've done the footwork. And as far as your health, I think that you've been very mindful. And I just feel that there's going to be, the best possible outcome, whatever that looks like for you. It seems that will be coming through. Okay. I also wonder if, and this is maybe not for everybody, but if you are trying to get pregnant, or some kind of fertility thing coming up, it seems like maybe this could be part of the testing. Maybe it's been difficult. It seems that pretty soon things are going to turn in your favor. Okay, so Let's just look for that. Whatever your plan is, go forward with it. I'm not saying that like it's going to just happen naturally, or not. Maybe it is going to. I don't know. Even if I could see that, I would not tell you, because that's not my place to give medical advice of any kind, right? But what I do see is that things are going to work out how they're supposed to, and I feel that it's going to be in the best outcome for you, okay? And that's really kind of over here, we're seeing that. I also have, and where did you go? We also have a bit of a little hawk here. It looks like it's kind of sitting on the peak of this little mountain. And definitely it is perched, okay? So I think that this has two things for me. This is all, usually the hawks to me are related to, intellectual pursuits, creativity, but very refined and honed mental, cognitive abilities, okay? And so I think that whatever project you've been working on or is coming, is being birthed into your mind, into your creative space, I think that is really going to be something to look for in the next few weeks. Make sure that you get that kind of written down, document it. Don't let it pass. It seems like it's going to be something important. Other than that, I think, this could be related to maybe like work stuff. You're just going to be in a good cognitive place where you are able to kind of really get a lot done, just kind of really crush it. So that seems like things are really aligning. And I'm a bit of a superstitious person, but I also really believe that when we exercise these different parts of our consciousness, in these dream spaces, in ritual, meditation, exercise, whatever it is, all these different ways that we can use our mind, even doing puzzles and things to help, exercise, keep us sharp. All of these things, help each other. They build upon each other. And so I really do believe that you can, to some degree, control how you perceive your own reality. And so by bringing these other parts of your conscious experience in your unconscious times, in your sleeping times, bringing that over into your conscious life, it really does help change how you experience base reality. Okay. Other than that, let's take a look at this. It looks like we have a lot of energy going on. Okay. This could be a really emotional time for you, but I think that you really have kind of a good grasp on what your vision is going forward right now. I think that you have just a lot of bandwidth. You seem really rested, deep energy, vitality. And so, instead of letting this become just kind of a time of extreme emotions taking over, getting too much in your head, becoming, self-critical, or lashing out within your relationships or anything like that, being, just kind of being a little reckless or whatever, kind of taking all of this potential energy and putting it into furthering your work, doing, really being aggressive about listening to yourself, your intuitions, honoring those dream space things, and remaining receptive to the universe, really looking for where the stuff is helping. Okay. And also, I really think something that's also very helpful is the gratitude. Finding a way to, actively and intentionally be in a posture of gratitude for the gifts that we are receiving. Being a grateful person in a state of gratitude has never hurt anyone. I think that if we all just spent a little bit more time finding reasons to be thankful, we would all get along in life a lot easier, really. So, anyways, that's my reading for you tonight, Aries, and I hope that resonated on some level. I hope that things are really going well, and it seems like they should be, hopefully. I am always so honored to be able to bring these messages to you, and I'm sorry about my cat. She's mad I shut the door to the room. Excuse me. Always so honored to be able to bring these messages. Always so honored to do these readings and appreciate the time that you spend with me. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm. Other than that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. Other than that, please leave a comment if you want to. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's going on with you. I always love hearing from each and every one of you. You all are wonderful. Yeah, so thank you, Aries. We will talk again very soon.